This is The P Show. The P Show. Sit back and relax. The phone lines are now open. Do you have something to air out? Air out. Call us at 804-303-8564. 804-303-8564.
Today I'm honored to have a chance to interview a well-known street legend, Freeway Ricky Ross. And when I found out that you were a Tupac fan, I knew I had to meet you. You know, I'm a diehard Tupac fan.
Yeah. Well, you know, Pac did it a whole different way, you know. I wonder how he would care right now, you know, with this cap running around with my name.
Hey, you know Pac will be telling you to handle that.
And then they say he's the greatest gangster rapper of all time.
Who? Tupac?
No, you know, that's what they said. MTV said that the William Roberts.
Oh, William Roberts, which is Rick Ross, for those that don't know. They're saying that he's the greatest rapper of all time? Gangster. Oh, really?
You didn't know that? You didn't see that on MTV?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, they had it on MTV.
All right, so for the listeners that don't know you, can you give them like a brief bio of who is Freeway Ricky Ross?
Yeah. I'm from LA. Well, really, I'm worldwide. You know what I'm saying? But I grew up here in LA. Rose up in the drug trade. Made $1 million a day, sometimes $2 and $3 million in a day. Eventually got arrested, got a life sentence. Been home now right at 3 years. Trying to make amends in my life. You know, now I go around and educate people about the dangers of drugs and, you know what I'm saying, how the government, you know, want us to sell drugs. You know, they want us young and black selling drugs because they win two ways when you do that.
That's right.
You know, they get to incarcerate us at a level that's crazy, and then they were selling the drugs.
All right, so tell me, how do you go from wanting to be a tennis player to entering into the drug game?
Naive. Misinformed.
So, I mean, is it true that a teacher taught you how to sell drugs, though?
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
But that's not how, you know, you become a drug dealer. You know, I think it's a lot of other factors that play a part, you know. The job market. I mean, right now is the perfect booming time to create drug dealers because, you know, the economy is so bad. You can't find jobs. And really, if you're young and black, you know, it's a double or maybe even triple. Yeah, but a lot of guys, they get into the game and it's like they don't want to get out. Do you think it's like an addiction? They do time and then they come back out and start doing it all over again. So do you think you look at it, women, look at it like this. He's a guy. He already starts behind. When he's born, he starts behind. The system is systematically fixed into a life of crime. They have no intention of the young black man become successful in this country. Never has been their intention. So when he's up against all that, then he goes to prison for 5, 10, 20 years. He gets out. Now he's really behind because now he's seeing young kids, you know, that's half his age, just doing things, having things, and here he is further behind now than he was before. So what he turn to? And then the system, you know, these parole systems is not fixed to help. I mean, take me for instance. I got out of jail, worked, made me enough money. I bought me a diesel truck, and I wanted to drive my truck myself. Mm-hmm. So no, you can't drive your truck because you sold drugs.
What?
You might put drugs in those trucks.
Wow.
I said, listen, if you ever pull over a car and I'm in it and there's drugs in there, somebody planted those drugs. Because if you look at my MO, I never carry drugs. Somebody else carried the drugs for me. But it's just it's so systematically set up to hold us down or to stop us from advancing that it's ridiculous.
So can you tell me who is DeMillo Blandon?
DeMillo Blandon was my old supplier.
So, cause I've read somewhere that y'all were had like a father and son type relationship.
Yeah, we did until he got caught.
He got caught before you?
No, I got caught before him. But when I got out of prison, he had gotten caught up while I was in prison, and I didn't know it.
Okay.
And he traded my freedom for his.
Oh. So is that what led to your arrest? Is he part of what led to your arrest?
Yeah, he testified against me. He set me up, testified against me, recorded all our conversations and everything.
Wow.
He will be in my documentary, I hope.
I'm gonna.
He is.
Oh, you want him to read it?
Huh?
Oh, he's gonna be in your documentary.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
my director and producer is talking to him right now about being in there. We really want him in there. Oh, the documentary is gonna be so dope.
Okay. So listen, what year did you get arrested?
I got arrested in 89 the first time.
89, the first time?
Yeah, I got rearrested in 95.
Okay. So from...
I only stayed out 6 months.
Oh, okay. Now, how do you feel about snitches, informants, rats? Like now, times changed from back then. Now people tell them within the first 48 hours. If you watch the show, you see them break down in like 48 hours. How do you feel about that?
Well, you know what? Wow, it's tough to be in that position. I've been there, looking at a life sentence and having a life sentence.
Yeah.
So I know how some of those guys feel. When you tell somebody that basically they're going to be dead. The rest of their life is gone.
Yeah.
And the only way out for them is to tell on somebody. And I also learned that, telling is part of the dope game.
Mm-hmm.
Without people telling the DEA and FBI and the rest of them what's going on, those people couldn't do nothing. So, they've been telling since the game started. Okay. And to go into the game and not knowing that there's informants and there's people that's going to tell on you, and you're going into the game backwards. And that's kind of how I went in. I went in naive. People telling me, hey, don't tell, don't do this here. And the same people that tell you that, they turn around and tell.
Yeah. How old were you when you first started in the drug game?
19.
You were 19 years old, and you were arrested. How old were you when you were arrested?
28.
So you had a good run, though.
Yeah, but
that was a long run to be making that much money every day. I mean, you saying $1 to 2 to 3 million?
They didn't see me. They used to say I was like Casper the Ghost. They would hear my name, but they didn't know what I looked like. Because I stayed low key. I didn't have no big car.
Yeah.
I didn't do all that. I didn't high side. I didn't go around throwing money up in the air. I just took care of my business and took care of people.
Yeah, they called you the Walmart of crack. That's what they said in the interview I saw.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, my God. That's crazy. So, Gary Webb, is he the reason why you're out here today?
No, I'm the reason I'm out here. I went to the law library and studied.
Mm-hmm.
And I found an issue that got me out. But Gary helped. Gary broke the story about the CIA being involved in the drug trade, which shed a lot of light on my case, which gave me a good look from the appeals court, and definitely played a major role in me being free.
Okay. Yeah, because they were saying that you were used as a pawn, right?
Right, that's what Gary was saying.
Okay. Now, he wrote the book Dark Alliance, and you read that, I'm sure, right?
Yeah, I've read it a couple times.
Oh, really? I actually seen it on your website, so I was like, now, your original sentence was a life sentence. How did you get that reduced?
They charged me with the 3-strike law. I wasn't a 3-strike candidate. I had sold drugs all over the country, had never been brought to justice. So when I finally got caught, I pled guilty in a couple states, and they tried to use that as separate strikes, and they couldn't.
Okay. Now, I heard you say on the interview that prison was like dying and going to your own funeral. What did you mean by that?
Well, you know, when you die, you don't know who comes to your funeral. So, but when you get a life sentence, it's like being dead, and then you get to see who comes to the funeral. So
you got to see who was gonna be there for you and who wasn't.
Exactly. When you didn't have no recourses, with basically nothing you could do,
That's right.
People had guns on you and handcuffs and shackles and all this, and you're like restrained to the highest degree, and to be there, and then you just which one of my friends are gonna stand up for me, gonna support me through these tough times, and and you get to see that.
So
I got that saying from jail. I didn't invent that. That comes from jail. That's a jailhouse saying.
You said the jailhouse what?
That's a jailhouse saying, going to your own funeral.
Oh, okay. Now, I know that you were illiterate. You couldn't read or write before you got locked up. What made you want to learn how to read and write? Yeah.
I had to learn the law. They gave me that life sentence, and I didn't want to keep it.
And you taught yourself how to read?
Yeah, my cellie did. My cellie helped me.
Okay. That's cool.
My cellie.
What did you learn from your time in prison?
Well, I got to know who I was, mainly, and which is, I believe, is the most important thing, because a lot of times we don't really know who we are. America has been so hard on the blacks in this country that we don't even know who we are. That's why, so many of us get killed at such a young age, because we don't respect each other.
Yeah.
There's not much respect for black life, really. The lady killed Latasha Harding here in Los Angeles in cold blood, and they gave her probation, and a guy killed a dog here, and they gave him 6 months.
Wow. That's crazy.
Or they gave Michael Vick, 4 years?
Exactly.
So, the black life is not really of much value here in this country, and it starts to sink in, unconsciously. So, and that's one of the things that I'm fighting against right now, is to fight against that way of thinking, that we're not valuable, that we're not smart, and that we can't make things happen.
And people are going to listen to you. They look at you as a legend.
I hope so.
Yeah, we definitely do. I mean, when I put up that I was interviewing you today, people was going crazy, excited for me, because I'm nervous, and they were excited for me. They you got this,
Yeah, you ain't got to be nervous. I'm your brother.
Yeah, that's what's up.
I ain't gonna let it go down, and I don't be there for you.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there for all my people. That's my goal in life from here on out, is to be there, to be accounted for.
I'd love to meet you in person. You need to come on the East Coast.
I'm coming on the East Coast.
When?
I just got through to come to New York. So, I'm trying to go to India. I just told him today I want to go to India. You should have thought it. India for what?
Yeah, what you doing over there?
I said, go over there that my black people use, and I'm going to find out how to get it cheap.
So when were you released from prison?
September 29th, 2009.
And what did you do on the first day you were released from prison?
Go to work.
You went to work?
Ain't no question. I was ready to work. 20 years, I was sitting there, I'm ready to get it in.
What was you doing?
Rebuilding America. Rebuilding America. Rebuilding America.
101.1, The Fan.
Now, when you came home, you filed a lawsuit against the rapper Ricky Ross, right? And against Universal Records. What was the result of that?
The judge illegally threw it out. Yeah, she didn't go with the law. She went with her heart.
Okay, so can you still fight it? Can you get an appeal on it, or?
Yeah, we're appealing it right now.
Okay. So, can I ask you, why did it bother you that Rick Ross used your name, but not the rapper Freeway?
Well, if you look on the internet, you will see whenever Freeway in the same town as me, he always reach out, he hollers.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, me and him going to do some schools together until he
Okay.
talk to the kids. And his message, you know, is not like William Ross.
Okay. William.
And I mean, he's just more genuine. You know, this dude is just so phony that he's a disgrace to the whole hip-hop industry.
Yeah, I mean, I seen where he denied the CO thing. He denied that he was a CO, and then he came out and said, yes, he was one.
Well, he told everybody he played football in high school. We went and checked his high school records. He never played football. Told everybody he was an All-American.
Yes, he did. He said that on the interview. I seen it. He sure did.
Yeah, All-American in his mind. I mean, he just goes around and he steals people. Now, they had one guy that was an All-American on the football team, but it wasn't him. This guy just goes around and he steals people's stuff.
He's stealing identities. You know that's a charge, right?
Huh?
That's a charge, stealing identities.
Well, you know, not if you do it for... Not if you steal it and you give it to Universal, the people who run the country.
Mm-hmm.
You know, their goal is to lock up as many black men as they can. You know, Universal invests in private prisons.
But now I know that they were trying to trademark your name so you couldn't even use your own name, right?
Yep, they trademarked it, but they couldn't stop me from using it.
So it is trademarked, but you're going to fight all of that right now. While it's still under the appeal, you're still fighting all of that, dropping that trademark, and making him change his name, which I think he's already working on the process of changing his name. He going by Ricky Ross now.
Yeah, but he don't want me to have a name.
Oh, he don't? How do you do that? It's on your birth certificate.
And it's on my federal indictment.
Yeah.
The federal government, when they indicted me, said I was Rick Ross, the drug dealer.
He stole your whole identity. He's starting to look like you a little bit. You know, he got his hair on his face like you, bald his head.
Yeah, he bought that carpet to go on his face. A girl called me who used to take care of it, and she said it wasn't real.
Are you serious? His face not real either?
Oh, she said his face. She told me it's in. It made a lot of sense, right? Because I've been trying to get my beard to grow full all my life. She said, have you ever seen a beard so full and even?
Oh, my gosh. That is crazy.
And I was like, damn. You never thought about that.
You exposing him right now.
So, you know, the guy's just totally out there. You know, I feel bad for him that he couldn't be the man that his dad and mom named him to be. You know, he had to be somebody else's dad.
Well, you have an amazing story, so he wanted to be a part of it.
I say what now?
He wanted to be a part of your amazing story, you know, basically telling your story through his music.
But create your own story. I mean, you know, be who you are.
So do you like his music? Do you even listen to it?
I don't listen to it.
Okay.
I had to read it, and when we were going to court, I had to read the lyrics and stuff, and it was like really, I'm like, people listen to this stuff here? You know, yeah. I mean, to me it was like, I don't know, you know, but you put a good beat to something, and people gonna rock their ear to it. You know, they don't care if you're a correctional officer and you've been locking up people and,
yeah,
you know, and all that, putting their homeboys in jail and taking their suits and their stamps when they got extra stamps in jail.
When was the first time you heard about Rick Ross?
I was in jail. A kid brought me a magazine and showed it to me.
Oh, my God. What did you say?
Well, that was before I knew he was a correctional officer, too. I was like, Name, I jumped up and got on the phone and started trying to find out who he was.
Okay. Well, did he ever make contact with you?
No, I made contact with him.
Okay.
He lied to me.
He lied to you?
Yeah, he told me he was coming down. Oh, man, I'm going to come down and holler at you, big homie. I got a lot of respect for you, blah, 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 blah.
Well, I heard on the interview that he even denied knowing you. He said he didn't know who Rick Ross was.
Did say that. He had never heard of me.
Yep, I heard. He didn't know who you was, and then he came back and said, yeah, he knew who you was, and, you know.
He said that in court under oath.
He said that he didn't know who you was?
Yeah.
Wow. Come on now. They got DVDs out here telling your story. People that know your story.
And then it's only that I was the most talked about man in 96.
Exactly. Yeah, where did he get the name from? He just made it up? Because didn't he steal somebody else's name before that? I think he had changed his name before. I don't know. I don't know much about William Roberts.
Somebody told me he used to be Willow.
Yeah, I know that they said he had a different name, and then he changed it to the Rick Ross. Willow Smith.
He was
yeah, that's what it's Willow Smith? No, Willow. I was going to say, Willow Smith is Will Smith's daughter. They so crazy in the studio. They throwing out names and stuff. But look, we're going to get off that. We're going to get on your accomplishment. What accomplishments have you made since you've been home?
Well, you know what? I haven't really accomplished any of my goals yet. My documentary, like I said, is like 85% finished. That should be done in the next, I guess we should be airing that around December, January, maybe.
Are you going to tell me who's playing your leading role?
Well, that's not a movie. That's a documentary.
Oh, you're going to actually do that. But you're working on a movie, too, right?
I'm working on a motion picture, too. We don't know who's going to play the role yet. But, you know, I spoke to some of everybody in Hollywood. Mos Def, Columbus Shore, Jamie Foxx, Will Smith. I spoke to some of everybody. Lorenz Tate. But it's tough to pick a person to play that role. So,
yeah.
You know, we keeping our options open, and we're going to keep looking. Nick Cassavetes wrote the script. He's the guy who did Blow. He's also slated to direct. And, you know, we're just pushing that thing forward.
Now, the documentary, I can't wait for that. I want to see
it's going to be dope.
I can't wait.
Everybody should be waiting on that doc. You know, we got the guy who invented the crack law on there, and he's going to explain. Well, they passed the crack law in 87, but the crack law is locked up millions and millions of young black men. Millions and millions. And it was an unjust law that they did it with.
Yeah, because, I mean, like, even with your charge, do you feel like you should have got a life sentence?
So absolutely not. I don't, you know, and there's a lot of, I mean, there's just so much stuff that goes with this drug war, man. This drug war is a crock of work, you know. It's really the modern day slavery, if you ask me, you know. And this guy, he's going to explain to the world about this crack law and the war on drugs and everything. He worked for the Senate.
Okay.
He wrote the law. So, man, it was amazing for me to sit there with him and listen to him talk about this case, you know, because I was in jail with so many young black men, 18, 19 years old, who had life sentences and, you know, for just a small amount of drugs.
Well, I hope they're all trying to get appeals.
They are.
Okay.
You know, the laws are tough. You know, we might have to change these laws. You know, one of my goals is to make this law that they change 18-1 to get it down 1-1 and also make it retroactive. Yeah. So, you know, I'm working on that. And then, you know, I got this social network website that I started while I was in prison.
I know. That's why I was just about to ask you, the Freeway Enterprise, right?
Yeah, you already know.
Yes. I mean, how do you create a website in prison?
You know, just dream of it. You know, you put it in your mind, you dream about it, and then you just start putting it in action. You know, so that's what I did.
You got a huge following on there.
Yeah, you know, sometimes I'm ranked 70,000 in the U.S. It's an amazing accomplishment for somebody, you know, and nobody has come in, no angel investors have come in and given me any money to really, you know, boost it up like, you know, they did with Facebook and some of these other sites that's doing good out here. So, you know, I just been doing all that out my own pocket and just sheer gut and determination.
So, with Freeway Enterprise, what is that for?
Well, it's to help promote artists, whether they be models, singers, dancers, rappers, producers, whoever it is. You know, our goal is to promote you as a person and to help you develop your talents as far as you can. You know, we play videos on there. If anybody out there got videos, too, shoot us your videos. We need them. We want them.
Okay.
We creating our own billboard where we can rank the artists. Eventually, one day, I'm hoping that I can say, this is the hottest artist in the country, no doubt. And using Freeway Enterprise to do that.
We kind of do the same thing here at 101.1 The Fam. Like, that's the main goal, is to expose the talent that we have everywhere. Because, you know, it's on the internet, it's worldwide. So we kind of like, we need to stay in touch.
Okay, well, we got each other's number, and let's do that. Let's put our heads together, because it ain't nothing like a team, you know what I'm saying, of people to do it. And you know, I'm going to India to buy that Indian hair for the girls, the weed. You
going to get the hair for us? Uh-oh.
I'm going to have the cheapest version Remy whole world.
Hold on, where that's going to be sold at? On Freeway Enterprise?
Yep, it's going to be sold on freewayenterprise.com. You can hit me on Twitter if you're looking for some, because I'm gonna be giving it out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, with Freeway Enterprise, how do you submit your music or submit your videos? What should artists do?
They tell you how to do everything right on the site.
Okay.
All they have to do is log on to freewayenterprise.com, or they can hit me on Twitter, and then I can tell them on there how to get it done, or Facebook, you know, because I'm on all those spots.
Okay, can you tell me some of the things you're doing in your community right now?
Yeah, I go around, I talk to kids about the dangers of drugs and encourage them to stay in school, to learn how to read, and, you know, just stay on the right track and let them know that, you know, that these people want them to be thugs, want them to be gangsters.
Yeah, you're right. They want to get rid of us.
So that they can lock them up.
That's right. But it's hard talking to some of the young boys out here because they just don't want to listen. They feel like we trying to be hard on them, and we just trying to tell them the right things to do.
Yeah, well, we got to, though. We got to stay on them because they got so much stuff brainwashing them. You know, we got these guys like William Roberts who running around here telling them that go out here and sell drugs and parlay it into a music career. You know, and you can ride around in Rolls Royces and do videos and all this stuff here, and that's a total lie.
You're right. He's selling these kids a dream.
Yeah, they're telling people that they're hopeless, and they're selling them a dream.
That's
so
right.
I think what they're doing with people like that, as well as Universal doing, is criminal. I think they're just as bad as the guys out on the street selling drugs.
Because they're allowing them to put that music out, the fake music.
And they selling drugs on records. How many keys that boy say he done sold? William Roberts? Thousands. So, you know, if I said something like that on tape, they gonna put me in jail.
Do you ever listen to Young Jeezy's music?
I've heard some of his music.
How do you feel? You said you don't?
I have. I've heard some of his music.
Oh, how you feel about his music?
Well, you know what? If you rapping about something that you've done, then that's different. But if you just made some stuff up and you run around here and you selling it, then that's wrong. And I think one day, you know, we all might look back and say, you know what? This era of these guys running around here selling drugs on record was maybe more devastating than even the crack sellers themselves.
So, if you could turn back the hands of time on your life and everything that you went through, what would you change or what would you do differently?
Nothing. I love who I am.
That's right.
And I love what I've been through.
So what's the future? What's in the future for Freeway Ricky Ross?
Sky's the limit. I don't know how far I can go. Yeah, you're going to see me. I'm going to go high, though.
I'm going to be looking for you. I'm coming with you.
Yeah, watch it. Tell everybody to check out this documentary. You got about 5 or 6 more months. Wait till you see this documentary.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm
Y'all
excited.
hit me up on Twitter. You follow me, I'll follow you back.
You following me already.
Yeah, I don't do like them others. You know, they follow the people don't care nothing about them.
That's right. You follow back, you talk back, you DM back and everything. And I'm going to make sure that I tweet your name out and tell my peoples to follow you because you're a real dude.
I appreciate the love.
And I really, really appreciate you calling into the show and being open about your life. And, you know, I'm inspired by you, so I know a lot of others are inspired by you. And, you know, I'll continue to follow your movement. Can you tell me how people can get in touch with you?
Well, the best way is on Twitter and Facebook. They can get my number if they really, really want it. You know, a lot of people got my number. So.
Yeah, I got to make sure I get that before I get off the phone.
So kids, you know, when I go to schools and talk to kids, they ask me for my phone number. I said, if you really want it, you can get it.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. You stay on the phone then. I
stay on the phone. I don't mind. I got to give to my people. They say, who expects a lot, got to give a lot. If they really want it and they work hard for it, they can come up with my phone number. Because it's out there. I imagine about 1,000 people got it.
Uh-oh. Wow. Make sure you listen to The P Show every Saturday, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. ThePShow.com.
You got it.
101.1 The Fan.